A very good morning to you, grade 5. Hope you all are doing great. Today we will be doing our lecture on the same unit, which is unit number 11, where we will be doing our lesson number 3. So you are required to open your books, page number 56, unit number 11, lesson number 3. Here on your page 56, you can see that we have lesson number 3, which is a terrible disaster. So we have a reading for this unit, but we have a question too in this unit. First, let's read the question and then we will be moving towards the reading, as we are going to answer this question at the end of the lesson. Okay, our question number 1 is, read the story. In which order did the following things happen? Number them 1 till 5. So they have given us these things A, B, C and D. We will read this story and then we will be telling in which order of 1, 2, 3 and 4 these situations happen. Okay, now let's start with the reading. A terrible disaster. Terrible means extremely bad, and disaster mean a sudden or natural accident which causes damage. Okay, so the disaster is something, a natural accident that causes damage in a very serious way, and terrible is is an extremely bad situation. Okay, let's start with the reading. Malthus, who lived with his family on the island of Crete in the year 1650, experienced a terrible disaster. So the story is related with the person named Malthus who lived with his family on the island of Crete. Crete is an island, is the largest island of Greek. So he lives there with his family when he experienced some terrible disaster. One day when Malthus was at school, the earth suddenly began to shake. Earthquake, shouted the teacher. All the students ran into the playground. For about 40 seconds, they felt the ground move. It sounded like thunder under their feet. Luckily, there was no damage. The school buildings stayed up, but for the next week, Malthus and his family slept outside their house every night. So what happened first, that Malthus was at school and he experienced earthquake in the school, and the ground sounded like thunder under their feet. But what happened, that luckily there was no damage done on that earthquake, as the school buildings and the other buildings, they all stayed up, which means they did not fall apart. Okay. A week later, clouds began to hide the sun. Fine dust started to fall. Nobody could understand this. The fields and trees turned white. Ash covered the roof of the houses. This lasted for about a fortnight. Okay, then what happened after a week? That the clouds began to hide the sun. They felt like smoke, right? And the fine dust started to fall. Nobody could understand this. They did not understand why it is all happening, why the trees are covered with white, why there is ashes all around, which and all this thing, it lasted for fortnight, which means that it lasted for 2 weeks. Fortnight means 2 weeks. The family were now sleeping in the house. When the earthquake happened, they slept outside of the house, but now they were sleeping inside of the house so that they can be saved from the dust and the ashes. The family were now sleeping in the house because the roof protected them from the dust. Early one morning, the ground started moving again. All the family ran out of the house. This earthquake was even stronger than the one before. A few small buildings fell down. However, the worst disaster was about to happen. So, what happened at the first? The earthquake happened at the first. So, you are going to write 1 here, right? Then what happened in the second? This is still not clear in the story, but you will get the answer at the end. Then what happened at the third? That they again experienced the earthquake. So you are going to write it 3 here because it happened again. Okay, so now the worst disaster was about to happen. There was some serious things that are coming on their way. The school was halfway up a hill. That it was up towards the hill. It had a view over the sea, and the students can see the sea from there. While the students were having morning lesson, shouts came from the port beside the sea. When they were having the lesson, they suddenly heard the shouts of the people. Milto's teacher walked to the edge of the classroom and looked down. Everybody was shouting, but the shout sounded high and frightened. "Run up the hill, now, as fast as you can," shouted the teacher. So the teacher shouted that run up the hill, that move upwards to the hill. The students were well trained. They always obeyed orders. They ran up the hill. So the students obeyed the order of the teachers and they ran up towards the hill. When they reached the top of the hill, they turned and saw an amazing sight. The sea had ran out for about 400 meters and the seabed had become dry. So now they can see the waves of the sea which were all up from the sea. They could see a wall of water coming towards the island. Then a huge wave broke onto the island. Even at the top of the hill, they got wet. The water came up through the trees and drowned the buildings. The water ran downhill again. For a few minutes, nobody spoke. Then one of the teachers said, "If the water came so high up the hill, what did it do to the port beside the sea?" So now they have experienced the tsunami, in which what happened that the waves come up towards the hill and then they got down again towards the sea. So now the teacher is asking that if the waves, the water can come so high up the hill, then what damage it has done in the lower side of the land. Okay, so what happened on the fourth, right? It is the tsunami which happens at the fourth number. So you are going to write fourth here. For the rest of the year and all the next year, there were no classes. So now the schools were closed for the year and there were no classes because of the disaster that happened. Everyone worked to repair the damage after the tsunami. So now everyone was working to repair the damage. Fishing boats were halfway up the hill. Pieces of furniture were in the top of the trees. The adult had the worst job. They buried the dead animals, people, children, babies. So now, because of the disaster, many people died and the people were burying their loved ones, animals, people, children and babies because of this disaster. So what comes? It means that this is a flood, right, in which caused this the damage. So you are going to write number 5 here, which is flood. Okay, more than half of the people in the port were killed by the tsunami. Miltos grieved for the friends that he had lost. Grieve means he felt sorrow, upset about the people that he had lost. But he was also puzzled, but he was surprised too. He knew that earthquake could cause the tsunami, but why did ash cover the island before the second quake? Now he was surprised. He was thinking that what happened? What was the reason why the ash covered the island? A month later, he had his answer. Now he has also got his answer. A ship arrived at the port and brought food and tents. The captain told a strange story. He was sailing near the island of Thera, north of Crete, where there was a tall volcano. "It's gone," said the captain. So now you had the answer, as Milto had the answer, that why the land was covered with the ashes and why there was dust all around, because that was the volcano eruption. So that's why the ashes were spread all around the land. So we have the answer that the second disaster was the volcano. So you are going to write 2 here. The island and the volcano have disappeared under the sea. There is only a small bit of the old island left. So the volcano has also damaged the island, and this was the reason which causes the disaster, the volcano. So we have read this unit, which was lesson number 3, a terrible disaster, in which we have read about all the disaster that Milto experienced in his life when he was living with his family on the island of Crete. So we have the answers here, that firstly earthquake happened, then there was volcano eruption, then the earthquake again, then tsunami, and in the last he experienced flood. Okay, so we are done with this exercise number 1 and the reading. Thank you.